Highland Park, Detroit. I grew up in real poverty in a dangerous, violent neighborhood. I got beat up, but I fought back. I learned life's lessons, and my motto became no fear and never give up. Even in Roxbury, I joined the Marines, fought addiction, cancer, and mountains of debt. No fear, and I will never give up. I am running for U.S. Senate to continue my life's mission to shake things up for the people who need it most. I will work day and night to make a difference in your life. I know your life struggles because I've lived them. I know your dreams and your hopes for you and your family because I share them. I will fight for what is right because I have no fear, and I will never give up.
Crypto is our rebellion. It is a rebellion against a system that is unworthy of its authority. It's our rebellion against coercion and servitude. It is our rebellion against the economically ignorant, the endlessly imperious, and the ethically impotent. Crypto is our rebellion against permission, and it is no less than a noble reclamation of dignity and grace as free and sovereign individuals in the service of peaceful civilization. That is why we are here. For the truth is that we don't require permission to build great things from those petty tyrants who build nothing. And this was the very principle on which America was founded. Crypto is a technology of individual freedom and a declaration of financial independence. Crypto is the freedom to act out our own economic interests as free men and free women in a just society. To trade, to exchange, to deal, to build, to barter. We should be optimistic. For what a time to be alive at the dawn of such peaceful revolution, where any two people on Earth can trade value without permission. Does that scare you? Or does that thrill you? To be sure, our enemies are numerous. There are many who find the idea of open, permissionless finance to be abhorrent, for they're used to controlling things that they haven't built, and now finally they can't. And for the rest of us, for those radicals who don't impose their opinions upon millions of innocent people by force, how optimistic we can be, how bright the light of opportunity shines for everyone who has discovered this permissionless Promethean fire. How much brilliant creative energy is captured in this single room. Some of us endure persecution, and all of us periodically pain, wild and romantic. These words still define the heart of crypto. And in a world of bureaucratic, soul-crushing absurdity, where society seems to be eating itself, grinding to dust all those who dare stand as individuals against an arcane apparatus, this wild and romantic heart of crypto still beats block by block with unrelenting ambition. Stand tall and remember that you are neither slave nor serf. In America, the common man is the noble. So act like it. Be men and women of vitality, integrity, and of proud disposition. Be the pioneering industrialist and reflect the nobility of that role. Build with intention and see through every form of lowly interference, especially if it comes wearing flags and demanding tribute.
The XRP Ledger is poised to become an ecosystem of cooperatively interconnected XRPL protocol chains.
The value proposition of XRP is that it has these liquidity pools.
Welcome to the DeFi Standard, and this is Mickey B. Fresh.
You have to arm yourself with knowledge, and you have to find communities that are constructive and, the right people to follow and look at. I guess ask yourself why you're in the space, and then arm yourself with education. Like if you're looking for just some easy way to make money, there isn't one. It's always going to take hard work. If it's an investment, there's going to be risk involved. I will say one thing. Nobody who thinks a token is going to be worth $10 tomorrow is going to sell it for $3 today. Right? If someone is selling something for $3 today, they don't think they can sell it for $10 tomorrow, because otherwise they would do that. So, just those little bits of common sense go, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Unless it's the AMM on the XRP Ledger, which does sound too good to be true and is true. But everything else that sounds too good to be true probably is.
Move beyond speculation-driven moves and short-term price pumps, which might discourage some, but this journey is about weathering the transformation from the crypto markets and within the community. The future holds much promise, with the AMM on the horizon, an ecosystem of DeFi dApps, sidechains, minting of FXRP on Flare, all contributing to additional demand for XRP. This isn't just about now, it's about shaping a sustainable future for XRP. Yes, we're navigating rough seas, but true believers see the horizon. Education is our compass. Disappointment stems from the misplaced focus. Let's shift our gaze to the transformation and importance of educating ourselves. Amidst the storm, my bullish confidence in XRP has never been stronger. And why is that? Because knowledge is power, and knowing what's on the horizon empowers us to navigate the storm and emerge stronger. Personally, I don't see any storm, but I foresaw a storm coming in the XRP community because it was inevitable that this would happen. But we must educate, empower, and evolve. The majority may be disappointed, but let's turn our disappointment into determination. Educate yourself, empower others in the community, and together, let's evolve through this period of disruption. We have a transformation that is taking place, and the realization dawns that we're on a different path. So let's shift focus from moon and hopium to tangible transformation. It's crucial to arm ourselves with the knowledge, not just speculative hopium and optimism. This isn't merely an investment that you got in early and the institutions are going to buy you out. This is a journey and the evolution of the community-driven networks. These are open, decentralized, public, permissionless networks. And your participation will be mission critical in the near future. Maybe not quite yet, but we are on the brink of something extraordinary. And those that are impatient and looking for price pumps, I really don't care. But for those that are here and following along, that's who deserves the attention. The loud voices and obnoxious debates over developer activity is a shallow conversation that lacks substance, coming from people who don't have experience in that topic. The demand for XRP at the network layer will come from the automated market maker. The XRP Ledger is the native network of XRP. That's where it lives. That's the only place it exists. Exchanges just trade off chain on private ledgers. And you don't really see what's going on there. That's not real. What's real is on the ledger. And the ledger is where the primary market is. And these liquidity pools will drive participation because you will be able to earn yield. So instead of looking for moon, and people have put XRP on a pedestal, and all these high expectations that are unrealistic, the reality is it's a journey. And on the journey, you're going to be able to accumulate more XRP and accumulate wealth. And then be able to use that liquidity token to hedge and to do other things and to build as this window of opportunity where we front run the institutions, not front running them on buying the token before them, but front running on the DeFi ecosystem. So to do that, you have to arm yourself with the knowledge and education, because you are a pioneer on the frontier of the new financial system. And if you're not armed with the knowledge, you will not know what to do. And you'll be running around Twitter screaming in disgruntledness. And while those who are prepared will be taking advantage of it and executing their strategy to maximize their wealth, instead of just running from token to token, following fiat leak and price charts and speculative everything, and this narrative and that narrative. Meanwhile, it's about the fundamentals. We must fundamentally change our mindset as a community. And that starts with the influencers. To the esteemed XRP community, as we enter the next chapter of our journey into 2024, a year that is shaping up to be radically transformative for the XRP Ledger ecosystem and the XRP community. New groundbreaking enhancements are on the horizon that are set to redefine the boundaries of the XRP Ledger. The AMM, the EVM sidechain with the Xchain cross-chain bridge, and the Decentralized Identifier are the big three amendments we're anxiously awaiting to be passed through governance process by UNL Validators, as each are implemented into the network layer of the XRP Ledger. They'll undoubtedly drive a burgeoning demand for the digital asset XRP. And this is a call to arms for every XRP enthusiast, investor, and visionary to embrace the impending wave of innovation and spread awareness throughout the community. This is a significant shift in what the majority of the XRP community has historically focused on. But it's not speculation or hype. This is happening, and we're on the cusp of a massive transformation that's bound to catch many in the community confused as they realize what is happening. But let's accelerate that process by spreading awareness of the facts and resources for the community to level up their knowledge base, including many of our YouTubers and influencers in the XRP community. The XRP community is mission critical. As Arthur Brito said over 8 years ago, this is now more relevant and important than ever. New innovations are rapidly evolving, and we're witnessing a maturing of the entire crypto, blockchain, and DeFi landscape. The ongoing shift away from centralized exchanges and speculative trading has spurred centralized exchanges to offer retail and institutional staking on-chain, along with other products and services that are integrated into on-chain dApps and DEXs across multiple blockchain networks. Coinbase launched Base in 2023, a layer 2 optimistic rollup atop Ethereum. OKX has their own chain. Crypto.com has their own chain. KuCoin has their own chain. Binance has Binance Smart Chain, and Kraken is rumored to be building its own layer 2 network too. Institutional interest in DeFi, liquid staking, trading via AMM DEXs, and decentralized lending and borrowing protocols has gained a tremendous amount of interest ever since the FTX collapse. This has accelerated since late 2022 and the recent approval of numerous Bitcoin ETFs by the SEC, as the traditional financial institutions are actively developing their tokenization of real-world asset strategies, which will ultimately converge with crypto and DeFi on public blockchains. And at the heart of that is Project Guardian in Singapore, which SBI is a major player in and is commercializing that pilot that worked with central banks, worked with regulators for over 9 months to coordinate all the risk factors. So they are so far ahead of anything in the West. That's where you're going to see things develop out of. They're not going to happen in the States. It's going to start in Singapore, in Switzerland, in Japan, in the UK. And we'll see the first signs of that tokenization and the next generation financial system, because this is a totally different way of developing an ecosystem. And by bringing in the regulators and central banks and bringing in interoperability, that's why the XRP Ledger's enhancements are so crucial, because they're going to be positioned ideally for the world where applications will span over multiple blockchains. But what makes one blockchain more valuable or more useful than the others? And this is where building the core amendments into the ledger gives XRP Ledger more intrinsic value, therefore XRP more value, because the AMM is built into the network. It's not a DApp, and it provides real revenue for the XRP Ledger. The Decentralized Identifier allows identity providers to harness the public blockchain of XRP Ledger as a registry. That gives it value. The sidechain amendment with the Xchain bridge allows for a network of sidechains to develop that all connect to the main XRP Ledger and could have special app chains, smart contracts of all different types. And around that could have their own L2s, and allows for a blossoming ecosystem. But at the center of that is the reserve asset of that ecosystem, and that is XRP. These are just the big three right now. We might see lending and borrowing next, which was shown in a presentation recently at a Paris blockchain workshop that's in development. So that's exciting, but that makes the XRP Ledger then unique. Just like Flare has unique protocols for data, that it's going to allow applications to create new use cases that can't be done on other chains. So as we see this evolution from the speculative trading of just tokens and speculators hoping and fantasy institutional adoption, that's all going to get withered away, and you're going to see this fundamental value analysis come in as the real utility of the actual protocols and the networks themselves, not just the token. We have utility right now for XRP. We have real world use cases it's solving. Is it impacting the price positively or benefiting it? No. So utility and solving real world problems does not equate to price going up of an asset. There's other factors that play into the mix. And what Ripple says is their business model, don't confuse that with XRP's price going up. And that's the mistake many have made. And I don't want to hear one more conversation about XRP being a stablecoin. It's embarrassing the community. Please stop. The XRP Ledger and its growing network of powerful sidechains are poised to be at the heart of institutional DeFi due to Ripple's pivot away from only focusing on cross-border payments towards focusing on tokenization, liquidity, and custody and compliance. Ripple's acquisition of custody tech provider Medico Q2 2023 for $250 million brought on a high-powered digital asset custody solution and an orchestration service that is at the heart of Medico's tech stack called harmonization. Then there's Ripple's most recent acquisition of Standard Custody and Trust, a qualified custodian with a trust charter license in New York State. This adds even more capabilities to better serve institutions looking to tokenize real-world assets. Ripple's been quietly building out the necessary ancillary compliance infrastructure and trust anchor verification system that will go along with the decentralized identity verification using decentralized identifiers linked to an XRPL account. This is a quote from SBI in the Project Guardian Phase 1. The prize to capture institutional DeFi can be measured in the trillions of dollars. And RippleX and the XRP Ledger are positioning XRP and the Ledger's ecosystem to be at the heart of that. And that's what allows to leapfrog. Because I know it's very easy to get cynical and thinks that everything's going to keep going on the same way they are. That happens until it doesn't. And it's going to significantly shift because there's a significant amount of factors that are going to change that. And we're already seeing it changing. I mean, you could just look around and see that developments are heading in different direction, are far different than 2018, far different than 2021. We're more mature networks. We're seeing fundamental value and analysis coming out of Fidelity, coming out of CFA Institute. It's not just utility of an asset anymore. You need more. And we're on that precipice. We're not quite there yet, but over the next 12 to 18 months, you're going to see that develop. So I don't want to hear anyone complaining. They've been here 3 to 4 years and the price should be this. It's not about where the price should be. It's about the ecosystem's development, and the price will be based on multiple different factors. But there's no just like price. It's not that simple, and you shouldn't be thinking like that. If you are, it means you haven't been paying attention. And we need to think deeper into this if you truly want to understand it. If you don't, then you don't need to think that way. The advent of the XLS30D AMM liquidity pools, which is the automated market maker, is set to revolutionize the decentralized exchange platform, the DEX, within the XRP Ledger, integrating seamlessly with the existing central limit order book, the CLOB. This monumental enhancement is more than a mere adjustment. It's a harbinger of a robust native economic model for XRP, offering an avenue for yield generation that is both decentralized and non-custodial. Imagine the impact: a surge in total value locked as vast quantities of XRP are locked into different AMM liquidity pools. And these AMM pools are the bedrock for a foundation of unified liquidity at the network and protocol layer of the XRP Ledger. Liquidity providers, LPs, will receive LP tokens when they deposit liquidity into these pools, and they serve potentially as collateral across a spectrum of DeFi applications, ensuring that opportunity costs are not only preserved but optimized. This is one example of unlocking DeFi's superpower of composability, but doing it at the network layer is on a whole nother level. But what makes this leap forward truly extraordinary is its permissionless nature. From every corner of the globe, individuals, businesses, institutions can single deposit XRP into any AMM liquidity pool in which XRP is one of the two assets in the pool, without the specter of centralized censorship or any direct connection to the issuer of the other asset in the pool. This completely avoids any regulatory risks, as this is operated by the blockchain. There's no administrator, there is no gatekeeper, there is nobody. So I don't care what attorney tells you it's a financial product. Damn right, it is a financial product, but it's a new one, and it's operated by a public utility. And it's designed in a way where there is no governance, there is no validators, there is no dev team. So it will just, that's those pools. But I would like to say with a caveat, there's been some theories going around Twitter that people thinking that XRP is going to be paired to every tokenized asset. That is not the case. Most likely, any of those highly regulated assets will be paired to regulated stable coins and trade against them. XRP is too volatile to trade against. So that's a reality. Is that bad? But you're looking at the wrong side if you're thinking that theory. It's the supply side that we need to be focused on. Ripple's going to get more into stable coins. So preparing everyone for that. Expect that. They've said that over and over. Now, XRP will be paired with the regulated fiat. So when you got to move between fiats, XRP will be right there. Could it be paired to some tokenized assets? Yes. Like, I think treasuries are absolutely one. But when it comes to regulated securities, not initially at least. So that theory, the reason why it lacks reasoning is that it's too volatile for XRP and some institution to go from XRP to that. Plus the DLT pilot regime that's going to be on the security sidechain has to settle in a CBDC or regulated stablecoin. And that's how most are going to be. So take that theory and shelf that for a little while. It was good thought. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not likely how it's going to be. But don't harp on it now. Keep thinking it is. Expect XRP to be paired with fiat. That's great. And other cryptos. That's more than enough right now. And the demand for that XRP to be locked up is going to be good, because this will bring in other institutional players who maybe are in other pools and doing things with securities that are more likely to do something else or provide something to the ecosystem that benefits it and drives more demand for XRP overall. It's not just about that direct bridging. Like, XRP is a bridge currency. Newsflash, does not drive price. It never was intended to. And, Ripple never said it would. I don't know why people assumed it would. It's a quick sell, and that's it. And it gets bought back off the market. That could happen 10 times in one day. It doesn't drive price. It's there to facilitate transactional volume. And this inclusivity and resilience amplify the allure of XRP, positioning it as an investable capital crypto asset that now earns a steady stream of yield in both XRP and the other asset in the pool. This value accrues in the LP tokens that liquidity providers receive when they initially deposited assets in the AMM pools. The LP tokens are an ownership share of the assets in the pool. So if you deposit a single asset or you deposit 50-50 of both, your LP token is an ownership of 50-50. So when you deposit XRP, it automatically swaps half into the other asset. But you don't do that. So it does it for you. So if it's a regulated asset, you don't actually touch it. And you could withdraw right to XRP. So that's a little workaround right there, which is very interesting when it comes to like tokenized fiat. Because you're providing liquidity, but in a technical way, you're not. Because you don't own those assets anymore. You own an LP share, which is your ownership share of the whole pool, and it's constantly changing. So it's not like you could say, oh, those assets belong to that person or that entity. They're the pool's assets. The AMM pool owns the assets. That's who is providing liquidity. So that's an interesting, and at the network layer, it gets even more interesting then. There's nobody to provide KYC verification to somebody single depositing XRP. So we avoid that altogether. And this LP tokens on the XRP Ledger deliver the owners this consistent daily compounding yield amid a backdrop of minimized volatility, particularly in XRP and fiat pools. The narrative of the XRP Ledger is expanding exponentially with the integration of sidechains such as the hooks-powered Zahao, Futureverse, designed Root Network, the EVM sidechain, and let us not forget about the minting of FXRP onto Songbird and Flare networks. All are expected to launch in 2024. These extensions, alongside a plethora of DeFi dApps and composable new DeFi protocols that'll harness the liquidity of the XRP Ledger's DEX AMM pools, propelling additional demand for XRP and enabling it to vie with other cryptocurrencies that boast staking models and significant network TVL. XRP currently has barely any TVL, but that'll change significantly and increase ultimately into the billions in the future and potentially the trillions once the AMM pools have steady state volume running through them via Ripple's enterprise ODL payments and Liquidity Hub trading, but also from institutional and retail DeFi dApps and protocols. This will create an organic floor price for XRP due to the fact that there's always consistent demand for XRP as liquidity in the AMM pools to support the volume running through them and that yield that they earn without sacrificing the opportunity cost for liquidity providers. Now, we don't know how fast Ripple will ramp up the enterprise volume that runs through there. We don't know when the AM amendment will be going live. We're at almost 60%. Right now, we got to get to 80% votes. So once it hits that, then it's 2 weeks and it gets implemented. But the rate at that ramping up, because there's going to be many different pools, is unknown. So this isn't going to be a flip of a switch type thing. It will take some time, but we know David Schwartz said there's a major effort underway to integrate the institutional payment flow through the AMM DEX, which will be facilitated by Prisma, which is an intelligent distributed trading platform. It's not a trading bot. Please don't call it that. In 2024, the XRP's foray into the open metaverse and DeFi will crystallize, catalyzing on-chain liquidity and the genesis of a formidable DeFi ecosystem. This ecosystem will not merely be sustained by the community, but will likely merge with Ripple's institutional DeFi ambitions, propelling the tokenization of RWA's real-world assets. As this unfolds, the speculative trading on centralized exchanges will be dethroned as the primary driver of XRP's price and valuation, specifically its valuation at least. Now it is imperative to recognize that the future financial system is being architected beneath our very feet, with DeFi, Web3, an expansive network of Layer 1 blockchains laying the foundation. The convergence of DeFi dApps and protocols with tokenization and innovative compliance solutions such as self-sovereign digital identity and zero-knowledge proofs is bound to reshape the landscape of financial services globally before our very eyes. Fellow XRP community members, the challenges ahead are formidable, but they are not insurmountable. We must pivot away from the seduction of unfounded price predictions and conspiracy theories that have plagued our community for far too long. It is time to shed the cloak of intellectual complacency and the XRP maxi mindset, to step out of the echo chambers that stifle growth and knowledge. The call to action is clear and urgent. We must rise, informed and prepared to engage the XRPL network in its entirety as liquidity providers, participants in the EVM sidechain and other sidechains, and as pioneers in the expanding DeFi ecosystem. It is incumbent upon us to elevate the level of discussion, to become ambassadors of knowledge, and lead the community confidently into the future where the XRP stands as a cornerstone of the next generation financial system. In anticipation of these developments, I encourage you to delve deeper into the 28 video playlist on my YouTube channel, where a comprehensive exploration of these breakthroughs awaits, and the link will be in the description below. For those looking to maximize their wealth by arming themselves with the most knowledge possible, then develop their strategies based on that knowledge, they can join the Mickey B. Fresh Patreon group, in which we're celebrating our 3-year anniversary this month. And many of our VIP members have been a part of this group since the very beginning. And we have an amazing group of members in the VIP especially, which we host 2 Zoom calls every Sunday and Wednesday for 2 hours each. And we also have a private Telegram group, a NFT and Metaverse channel, as well as an announcement channel on Telegram. And we do monthly workshops. We just recently did an AMM workshop 101 to get everyone familiar with impermanent loss and how it's a faulty metric, and how do you choose which AMM pool is economically viable to be profitable. So we discussed that, and that was available to all Patreon members. And if you couldn't make it live, we have the replay the next day that you could watch. So together, let us harness this moment, and let us educate, innovate, and participate with the passion, enthusiasm, and professionalism that adds value and utility to the XRP Ledger and the community, accelerates its adoption by institutions. Simultaneously, we can also attract more developers and new users to the XRP community. The future is bright, The possibilities are boundless, and the time for the XRP community to awaken and seize these opportunities of 2024 is now. Let us march forward with unwavering conviction and an unyielding commitment to the transformative potential of the XRP Ledger. I'm Mickey B. Fresh, and I'm out.